Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name's Christine, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the Tacky-When-Dry Gel Medium from the Crafter's Workshop. Now this is just what it says. Once it dries, it's tacky, which allows you to add foiling to projects without having to put them through a laminator. So for example, in your art journals, you can't take, unless you want to rip out your page, you're not going to put it through the laminator. But now I was able to add all this cool gold foiling, can you see it there, onto my page. Now I like to do it where it's not solid foil. I like the look of it just sort of all over the place, and I'm going to show you in the demo how I do that. But after I painted it, I put the stencil back down, and then I randomly put the gel medium where I want it. Now in this particular stencil down here, there were some big spots, and I didn't want that solid, so I made sure I had a bit of the gel medium, and over here too, you can see. So the gold broke up those big spots of paint. Now you can, as I said, you can use it in books, but you can also use it on 3D items. Here's the little box I had made during inky backgrounds. And just with my finger, I put the gel in certain areas, and I was able to add just a bit of gold accents to my box. So now again, it allows you to add foiling to items that typically you wouldn't be able to do it with. So I just have this little bit here that I had painted the other day, and I was going to use that to add foiling. So now of course I'll show you, you don't have to paint it ahead of time. I just thought it's nice to add foiling on top of a painted area. So you can see the medium is quite firm. I'm going to pick some up. It holds its shape. Now I'm only, because of the type of stencil this is, I'm going to actually only use a little at a time. Because I don't want to fill it all in. I want to, and if you say, like if you did this and you put some foil there, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be exactly on. So I'm just sort of putting it randomly over the areas. I'm just going to pick up a little more. And so you can also see it's going on white. So this shows you where your medium is. What's going to happen is you're not going to foil until it goes clear. But the white at least shows you how much you're putting on, where it's going. Just going to pick up a tad more. Something like that. So then when we remove the stencil, you'll see it like that. Now, of course, you don't have to do it with the stencil. So on this page over here, I'm just going to fill this in like I normally would. So you just, and as I showed you before, this can go over, because it's a gel medium, it can go over paint, it can go over other things you may have going on. So it's white on white. Can you see the difference? So we're going to wait until this goes clear, and then we're going to add our foiling. And in the meantime, because it is tacky, you want to put this into some water to clean it, otherwise it'll stay tacky on your stencil. So it's been about 30 minutes. The drying time will all depend on your environment, but you can see now that it is clear. And that's when you know that it is ready. And even on this side here, it's nice and clear. So now all we're going to do is get our sheet of foil. This is Deco foil from Therm. I'm going to lay it on, and I'm just going to burnish it with my fingers. Now when I did it on the other one, I did have a couple areas that weren't quite dry, and so it just sort of sometimes will pull up the paper. That when you're working here, we can really see it because it's only the paint. There's no background or that. But when you're working on an art journal thing where you have a lot going on, you won't notice those little things. So let's pull it up after the initial. So you can see how cool that looks and how it adds the fun, just something extra to just that painted area. Now we have this texture on top that we're able to get. And then you want to run your fingers across it because as it says, it's tacky. You want to make sure it's actually pretty good. Sometimes I have to go over a couple times to make sure all the tackiness is gone, but that one's pretty good. So I'm going to move to this side. And so this is great now that for all those people who work in art journals or on 3D projects, that now you're able to get these gold foiled accents without having to put something through a laminator. So even though it's not solid, it's probably how I had put it through. It wasn't completely smooth or flat. Let me just try one more time to see if I can pick up any more. Nope, that's how it is. But still, even that would be cool to add to if you had it on top of something, or now I can put inks on top of this because it will resist the inks and work it into a design. So there you have it, the Tacky-When-Dry, and adding foil to your projects can add a whole new look to what you're working on. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. In the meantime, here are a couple other videos you might be interested in watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.